In the vast expanse of the cosmos, a tragedy unfolded on the icy surface of Kepler 442X. Once a vibrant jewel of the galaxy, this planet had been adorned with advanced alien cities that shimmered like stars against a lush green backdrop, and glowing forests that breathed life into its intelligent inhabitants. But now the world lay shrouded in a blanket of eternal darkness, a victim of its own star's catastrophic collapse. The air was thick with despair, temperatures plummeted each year, leaving behind a husk of what was once a thriving civilization, and echoes of laughter and life faded into cold silence. The Galactic Council, a congregation of species from across the universe, convened to confront this dire reality. Kepler 442X is beyond saving, they concluded with a solemn air. The risk of interceding was too high, and the science far too intricate. No species dared to volunteer for the daunting task of redemption, until one human stepped forward. Dr. Armin Hale, a figure small in stature but colossal in ambition, strode into the chamber, met with bewildered stares from the alien delegates. "A single human?" one scoffed, skepticism lacing their tone. "You plan to fix a dead star?" Armin met their incredulity with unwavering calm. "No," he replied, his voice steady. "I plan to replace it." The room fell into a profound silence, the weight of his words hanging heavily in the air. Months passed, each day a battle against the relentless cold and encroaching darkness of Kepler 442X. Armin labored alone on the frozen surface, his breath forming clouds of vapor in the frigid air. The landscape around him was desolate, illuminated only by the dim glow of his research station and the distant flicker of dying cities. The atmosphere crackled with despair, yet within Armin's heart burned a flicker of hope. He devoted his intellect to studying the planet's core, magnetic field, and dwindling energy reserves. Humans may not have wielded the most powerful technology in the galaxy, but they possess something else: creativity. With relentless determination, Armin crafted a daring plan, a synthetic mini-star generator powered by controlled fusion and the last remnants of the planet's energy. The stakes were monumental. If it succeeded, life would bloom anew, but failure would spell the end for the fragile world. As the aliens watched from their distant orbit, doubts churned in their minds. "Impossible," one alien muttered, their tone laced with disbelief. Yet another countered, "These are exactly why it might work." Days bled into weeks as Armin constructed massive orbital satellites, each a gleaming testament to his resolve, linked to the planet's core by energy conduits. The moment of activation drew near, a palpable tension crackling in the air. Armin stood, alone against the vast darkness, where hope and dread intertwined. "Initializing fusion core. Now," he declared, his heart racing as he pressed the final sequence. Suddenly, the satellites ignited in a radiant burst of light, a low hum resonating across the barren landscape. Then, as if the universe held its breath, a blinding explosion illuminated the void above. A sphere of fire emerged in the sky, small at first, but quickly blossoming into a magnificent sun. It grew brighter, stronger, and warmer, casting its golden rays down upon the frozen ground. The ice began to melt, and the temperature soared for the first time in decades. Light kissed the surface of Kepler 442X, and within moments, the dormant cities flickered back to life, their energy rekindled. The alien observers, once steeped in skepticism, now stood in stunned silence. "He actually did it," one murmured, astonished. Life signs surged, and the planet began to breathe anew, joyously awakening from its long slumber. Back in the council chamber, where doubt had once flourished, the same aliens stared at Armin, wide-eyed and speechless. "How?" one finally whispered, disbelief etched across their features. "How did a single human solve what entire civilizations could not?" Armin smiled softly, the warmth of triumph filling his heart. "Because you were trying to survive the problem. We tried to solve it." In that moment, the council updated their records, their perceptions forever altered. Humanity, they realized, was not the strongest or the most advanced, but the most innovative. And across the galaxy, a profound lesson echoed. When humans confront the impossible, they don't just accept it, they change it, igniting a spark of hope in the darkest corners of the universe.